1 2 1 2.
Check it, check.
Yo, what's good, world? Welcome back to another.
What's up?
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to another episode of Bros Talk MMA. I'm your host, UTICA, undeniably illest cat around, aka Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. Here with my bro hosts extraordinaires.
Y'all know I am. I'm RayBuck. I'm Chuck. My bad. I'm RayBuck. I'm Chuckle Jordan. I am the ROI guy.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
dropping new monikers right now.
You know what it
He's feeling
is. I'm out
himself.
here running
He's feeling
shit.
himself today.
It is what it is. But I'll go ahead and introduce it to our third co-host of the evening.
I'm Darren. Thank you for having me. I'd like to say I love the way you color coordinated your beard with your shirt, bro. I'm freaking feeling it. Look
Hey,
at that.
bro, I do my best, bro.
Man, it's killing the game. Was it last week's picks? Is that what's going on? Mm-hmm. You're riding? Is that what we're riding? You got Versace glasses on. Man, you look like you came to do some damage tonight.
Hey, ask me how to spell it.
Man, not even the mothers of the cooks are free.
F-O Sachi.
Yes, indeed. We're here to cover this weekend's fight night card. We got a Tennessee card going on in Nashville. We got Derrick Lewis going up against Tallison Teixeira, pretty much a vet of the division, human highlight reel in the Black Beast Derrick Lewis, going up against a top prospect coming out of Brazil. Super fucking tall, super rangy. Similar to like Alexander Volkov. So it's not to say that, Derrick Lewis can't get it done, but he definitely has a tall order, no pun intended.
And
y'all.
let me just say that Derrick Lewis is the biggest knockout artist in all of UFC all time. Mm-hmm. He's the knockout GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Weighing in the lightest he's ever weighed in for his entire career.
He's looking good.
Okay.
Dude got abs almost and
Diddy.
shit.
No Diddy. He's looking good. Hey, I call him.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah. So it looks like it's going to be 12 fights on the card. So we're going to start things off real quick, if you don't mind waiting real fast for your boy to
I
get
do
his
mind, my
notes
G.
up. My bad.
Supposed to be ready.
Yeah, I am.
Come on, man.
I've been ready.
We good, bro.
If you don't gotta get ready, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Okay.
Come on.
I feel you out here.
Brody.
All right, folks. Well, we're going to start things off in the women's division. We have a fight between Fatima Klein going up against Melissa Martinez. We got Klein coming in 1-1 in the UFC, 7-1 overall, and are currently 4-1 in their last 5 fights. We got Melissa Martinez coming in 1-1 in the UFC, 8-1 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Melissa Martinez in this one by decision or KO. They're going to be the older of the two by 2 years. Smaller, but like a volume striker with good pressure and cardio. Very scrappy and, can even outdog opponents just coming forward and, continuously just throwing volume at them. As long as they can get inside, which that's pretty much the tall task that they got ahead of them, is trying to actually get inside of Fatima Klein's offense, and then even then avoiding the takedowns potentially that could be waiting for them there. So, she's going to have to get inside, connect, and she just needs to avoid those grappling exchanges. Like I said, with Klein, she's younger, bigger of the two, technical striker with good cardio, and has the grappling in her back pocket. She has the edge with that, So, like I said, if she decides to mix it up, it could become a long night for Melissa Martinez. But yeah, if she keeps it at distance and just kind of, threatens the takedowns and or is able to secure them, then it'll be a long night. But I'm going with Melissa Martinez. The value's there. Super underdog, super melly. Who you got, RayBucks?
Absolutely not. Melissa Martinez, that's a fucking trash ass pick, my boy.
No shit.
Jesus Christ.
I have to. You have to admire the man's courage, man. That's
I
some
mean, I
risk.
respect the courage.
This coming from fucking the guy who picked all underdogs on the fucking
Hey,
card.
Hey,
give me
you're
a
getting
chance.
too
Let me
far.
explain.
Yes, give it a second, you know what I mean?
Cheese and rice. I
We're
can't
talking about
remember
this
pick.
one, bro. We're not talking about the next one, okay?
All right, my bad. Y'all just piling up real fast all of a sudden.
Motherfucking-
First fight out the gate.
Hey.
Goddamn.
Just saying, climb for the win, because, I mean, goddamn, she's the better all-around fighter. Goddamn, she's got the better strike. She's got the better fucking, I mean, the grappling is, I would say, closer than anything, if we wanted to call it that, but, geez, like, there's no way that Melissa Klein loses this one. Melissa Klein, isn't she like a fucking,
Melissa Martinez, my man.
But you go.
or, I mean, you mean, Fatima Klein.
potato.
Oh, yeah, but, damn, you know why I didn't say Fatima? Because I've never met a Fatima that I thought could throw fucking hands.
Hopefully she's not watching that.
Yeah, cheese and rice. I'm not part of that. Just saying.
Other than this Fatima Klein is going to be able to throw hands. And actually do what she says she's going to do. Make shit happen. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to my boy, Darren. What we got, buddy?
I'd have to go with Fatima Klein myself. Absolutely, Ray. I don't think that she's Melissa Martinez's dog water by any means, but I do think that she is the less skilled fighter. And for the way that she's going to have to get this win, it's going to have to be a phone booth fight. And this girl, Fatima Klein, she is deadly with her elbows, and she is a phone booth fighter, standing up and on the ground. That's where she's comfortable. So I see more routes to victory for Klein, and I don't see Melissa walking out of here. I mean, she wasn't walking in good looking as it is, but it's going to be an ugly fight for her. And that's all I got to say.
God damn.
I love it. Let's run it. You want? Go ahead, Tim.
Okay, next up we have a fight between Mike Davis and Mitch Ramirez. On this one, unfortunately, my computer just died. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. And it didn't die because it's not charged. It's dead because fucking it's not catching on with the Wi-Fi. So
Right here.
if y'all want to give me your picks real quick on
I got
that.
the card right here for that, so if you want to run through it, and you can just, because like my star is where the picks are the names.
Fucking,
So
I love it. Let's see here. Then. All right.
Rich Ramirez.
Yeah, so
Davis, even gives the
Mitch
odds.
Ramirez, Mike Davis. So with Mike Davis, you know, heavy striker, keeps his head, you know, off the center line, strong leg kicks. This dude is very well rounded. The only issue with him is that he is only one fight in after a lengthy layoff. And I feel like he should have his legs up under him at this point now because he's turning around literally like 4 months after his last fight. I feel like this fight could potentially be a layup. If you look at this odd-wise, you would say that this is a layup for him given the odds right now between him and Mitch Ramirez. But I think that's the thing is you can't sleep on Mitch Ramirez. He's a heavy grappler, definitely a decent striker, but if anything, he's a dog. Like, he's going to stick around, and he's not just going to lay down or just accept positions or just, you know, stand there in front of Mike Davis. So, you know, Davis is 4-2 in the UFC, 11-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5. Ramirez 0-1 in the UFC, 8-2 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. I got Davis in this one by either KO or decision. Who you guys got?
You want to go? Go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
You want me to go? I got it. I'm going to say that for all my Tech 9 fans out there, that I believe that Ramirez is Mitch Bade. That being said,
I ain't heard that.
I'm going with Davis.
That's wild.
Davis, in my opinion, has the better striking, has the slightly better grappling. I do, and that's kind of where it is. You know what I mean? This is going to be a tough card for me to pick, to be honest with you, even with the shit that I do talk. But I do believe that Davis has better striking, and the grappling is pretty on par with each other. And so I've got to give the push towards Davis for the win. I know he is a heavy favorite. He's not that big of a favorite, in my opinion. But I'm very, I definitely got to pick him as the winner.
So you took Mike Davis?
But yes, Mike Davis for sure.
Okay.
What we got? Guaranteed. Darren.
So I took this plus 650, Mitch Ramirez.
Who let the dogs out?
I like him
My bad.
over Mike Davis simply because Mike Davis has a lot of muscle, and he is an explosive fighter. And he's going to go in there and he's going to try to make this end early. And I don't see him trying to make this last. But the way Rich Ramirez has to finish this, I think it's going to have to be on the ground. I don't think he's going to be able to stand up. Mike Davis does have way better striking than Mitch Ramirez. I'll say way better. He's a little bit more polished. I think they hit about the same. But I do think Mitch Ramirez has the advantage on the ground. One thing he does have is he is a bigger dog in this fight. Mike Davis might be the shinier pony or the shiniest nickel or shinier nickel in this fight, but I think Rich Ramirez is the diamond in this rough, and I think he's going to get it done with the submission on the ground. And yeah, that's how I feel about that one.
I respect it, and that's a fucking doggy dog pick. That's on some Snoop Dogg shit, but I respect it. Like I can't. I mean, what your points make sense to me. You got your computer up and running there, my boy?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, you ready for this next bout?
Yeah, let me take the time, first off, to apologize to Mike Davis and Mitch Ramirez, because that's probably the most horrible breakdown I've ever fucking made in my life. So yeah, sorry guys. Hope to get you on the next one.
I forgot to say one thing.
Yeah.
Both of these guys each are going into this with 2 submissions apiece. So it's not out of the realm of a submission not happening. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of them have 2 subs for a finish. I don't think Mike Davis is going in there to grapple or wrestle it out. I think he's going to punch himself tired. Yeah.
Most def. Okay, y'all. We're back to business here. We're online for real. Moving on to a heavyweight matchup on the card. We got Kennedy Nzechukwu going up against Walter Walker. We got Nzechukwu coming in 8-5 in the UFC, 14-5 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Walker coming in. They are 2-1 in the UFC, 13-1 overall, and are currently 4-1 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Nzechukwu in this one. At first, I kind of was on the fence about it, but when I really thought about it, they just have more routes to victory. It's not to say, I would say that the edge in the grappling goes to Walker, but all in all, he really has to get that takedown early or else it's going to get dark for him very soon in this fight. You got Nzechukwu, the older of the two by 6 years, a striker primarily, but he does have good takedown defense. And, you know, he's long enough to potentially wrap something up if you give him an opening. But he should have the edge in the grappling, in the striking. Pretty much just needs to keep Walker at distance, point and counter strike from outside, and just avoid the grappling. In my opinion, that would be his best route. Walker is younger, slightly taller of the two. I don't know about that, though. Like, when I looked at these guys, Nzechukwu not only looked taller, but he looked bigger in mass, too, which was kind of weird because he's the one who is newer to the weight class. Yep. So I thought that was weird. But, Walter Walker is well-rounded in the sense that he has power in the hands, but not anywhere near the technique of Nzechukwu. He'll have the edge in the grappling, but like I said, he has to get that shit to the ground as soon as possible and avoid any long-standing exchanges or, any like teep kicks or anything crazy like that from Nzechukwu. So I'll be going with Nzechukwu by either decision or KO. Who you got?
You know what? I wish I was going with Walter Walker because there's like a lot of like Kennedy assassination things I might be able to say. You know what I mean? That would be funny. So, that being said, hot ass piss on Walter Walker because he's a trash ass fighter. In my opinion, he has lost me money on the first occasion. I'm not even saying like multiple occasions, just the first occasion, bro. Because I was like, oh shit, this is Johnny Walker's big ass brother. Like, I don't know if he's younger or older, but he's like this monster motherfucker. Like, he was like, he looked like shit in the weigh-ins, but like we seen him like when he came out, and he just was this fucking Brock Lesnar, Paul Craig, monster looking motherfucker. And I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna beat all kinds of ass. Like, I can't wait for this dude to fucking get in the UFC and do all these things. And go ahead.
I'm gonna say what really stuck out about the dude. What really stuck out about him is that he has a Dagestani wrestling base.
Right?
Like, the dude is from Brazil but trains in Dagestan.
Even Dagestan has gay people, okay? That's no excuse.
This is the thing, bro.
Because he's Dagestani, because he can wrestle. Come on.
He's Dagestani with a fucking Brazilian wrestling base. Like, this is supposed to be a fucking superhero. He's supposed to be like Black Adam, but he also flopped like Black Adam. Yeah. That being said, fuck Walter Walker. We're going with Kennedy Nzechukwu.
Yeah.
He is going to fucking whip his ass. And I know I just say that a lot of times where it's like, he's going to whip his ass. No, he's going to whip his ass because he's got a far higher fight IQ. He's been in the UFC. He knows what the UFC is about. He has a stand-up. He has the grappling. He is fucking kind of boring. He is not like the most voluminous? I think that's the word. Voluminous striker or fighter.
Don't think it is, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, you could put an ISH with the EST. Damn.
Okay, I'm not a goddamn fucking linguist out here. I'm just gonna say that fucking I believe that Kennedy Nzechukwu, which also that's a fucking crazy name for me to have to say, and I kind of said it all right, is going to win.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I got a Kennedy Nzechukwu.
Bro, I literally just said it and he fucked it up. See? So boom, there we go.
His damn his fucking dad. Anyway. I think Walter Walker, he has a better strike accuracy. He has 3 wins by sub. He has better takedown offense, but I don't think he's going to have what it takes to get in close to Kennedy. We'll call him just N. Kennedy N. Kennedy N has better striking. He has a better takedown defense. I mean, he has 1 sub by, 1 victory by sub. So it's not like he's not dangerous on the ground. I just don't think that he prefers to be there. He'd rather beat the shit out of somebody than, you know what I mean, let him tap out and give up.
Good thing you're my homie, fool. Kennedy N, bro. Like, it was wild.
What?
The man finished his break.
But yeah, I don't think Walker's gonna I don't think this is gonna be a long fight, to be honest with you. For the damage Walter's gonna have to take to get in there and get his damage to try to take one of this dude's legs. I don't think it's gonna happen.
All right,
that's really it right there too. Is that how is he gonna get inside? Because the grappling is his route to victory. How is he gonna get there?
And before you go into
without
something,
eating a knee or fucking something nasty on the entryway.
Let me explain something to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys watch the UFC tracker. I did not put in any routes to victory on this card. My 2 other co-hosts did, of course they did. I just did not feel comfortable with any of them. And so I didn't do it. Just so you guys know, so I won't be on there for that. And like, cause I can't give you something that I don't believe in. You know what I mean? I could have definitely guesstimated at some shit, not doing it. But that being said, go ahead, my G.
For sure. Shout out 305 Chunks in the chat. What it do, my guy? Let's see here. Moving on to the women's flyweight division, we have Lauren Murphy going up against Eduarda Moura. We got Murphy coming in. They are 8-6 in the UFC, 16-6 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. We got Moura coming in. They are 2-1 in the UFC, 11-1 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5. My pick's gonna be going with Moura in this one by either decision or sub. They're going to be the younger and slightly taller of the two. Definitely a grappler, in their skill set, but I feel like, they're trying to evolve as well, not just rely on that solely. They're gonna look though at some point to get this fight to the ground, and when they do, the thing that I worry about and is really my only concern is how they manage their energy at that point. As long as they're able to manage their energy and not overly search for a submission and just more so maintain control and just let the submission come to them, they should be good. But if they allow this fight to, go into, the third round and Murphy's still around stuffing takedowns and, just eating punches and or, the sting off of yours is gone, Murphy is one of those dog type fighters and grinder type fighters that'll literally just stick around and then start taking over in the later round because they were able to absorb your punishment and or let you, just tire yourself out. That being said, Lauren Murphy is coming in 10 years older than than their opponent. They got the longer reach of the two. Like I said, a grinder type fighter, going to look to just make this messy. They're going to try and get inside, grab a hold of Mora, put him up against the cage more so, and or, just keep marching forward, whether it's them taking damage. They're just going to keep marching forward and as long as they're able to, endure that early onslaught, like I said, they could stick around and make this interesting. But as soon as this, gets to the ground, it's going to start getting dark for them, unless it's like in the later rounds and Mora's just trying to squeak out a victory by maintaining control. But I'll be going with Mora in this one. I think they got what it takes to send Murphy on their way. I don't know if this is a swan song for them or not, but yeah, I'll be going with Mora in this one.
Leroy Murphy is like your stepmother who's stuck in a dryer. She's going to get pounded. Bro, I've been holding on to that one for a minute.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say it is hard. It is hard to bet on an opponent, somebody that's just not very attractive. You know what I mean?
That's why she's stuck in the dryer, so you don't got to see her face.
You want to iron her face out every time you see her, right?
Oh, man.
Bro.
Shouts out Cash Flow in the chat. Lauren getting put in that retirement home, for sure.
Yeah. She looked like she came out of there. It looked like she's on her way. She looked like she came from there.
Dana called up the fucking retirement fucking spots. Like, hey,
yeah.
got Lauren Murphy in there.
Every fight she's ever been in was an ugly fight, bro.
Jesus Christ.
God awful.
Wow.
Bro, we're never going to get her on the show.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, at least we're not. Yeah.
so is that your picks with Mora because Murphy's ugly?
I'll give a better breakdown. I'll give a better breakdown.
I won't.
Lauren Murphy carries a high ranging guard. She's gonna be going for if she does try to get in close. She's gonna be trying to put some leather on Mora. Guatemala is a submission artist, and she's been beat by Amanda Lemos. I think she has good stand-up, but she does have a habit of walking into punches. She does. She's a bit of a dog herself, but I don't think Lauren Murphy has what it takes to put a stop into that train. I think she's going to take her down to the ground, like you said, to put on top of what you said. She's going to probably have a lot of control time and do a little bit of ground and pound, and Lauren Murphy's just going to be fighting to stand up most of the fight, majority of it.
Yeah, Lauren Murphy to me represents a lot of that old guard. This is like a passing of the guard kind of fight. She, is a name for sure to get some clout off of and everything like that. But truly her skill set, hasn't evolved, especially on the level of what these newer, girls are coming in, doing and shit. So yeah, it's just one of those things where this is really just kind of like to cement Mora's spot and kind of just, show that like evolution in the women's division. So moving on though, we got a welterweight bout between Jake Matthews going up against Chidi Njokuani. We got Matthews coming in 14-7 in the UFC, 21-7 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. We got Njokuani coming in 5-3 in the UFC, 25-10 with 1 no contest overall and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. My pick in this one is going to be with Matthews by decision or sub. Matthews is going to be the younger and smaller of the two. Well-rounded, but definitely leans towards and will have the edge in the grappling in this fight. They definitely should mix it up because they got decent hands. I would say that as the fight goes on, you know, they lean more so into that ground game. But, you know, definitely they're going to have to throw something to, you know, gain those entries in. So they got decent enough hands. Once they get that fight to the ground, if they can maintain control of Chidi, if possible, they just need to wear on their gas tank, and eventually the finish should present itself, and or he just, you know, pretty much, you know, just controls him for 3 rounds. You got Njokuani coming in there, the older of the two by 6 years, the bigger of the two fighters, a striker primarily, a kickboxer with decent takedown defense. He should have the edge in striking in this one. And if he can keep the fight at distance and just, I would say, point fight, he doesn't need to necessarily look for a finish unless it presents itself. For him right now, it's just about, you know, staying in the win column. And, you know, he needs to avoid any grappling. And that's why I give this fight to Matthews, because at the end of the day, Njokuani really just has takedown defense. If he gets put down, though, he really has nothing to offer or is able to really get up after that. Matthews, you know, like I said, as long as he can avoid long-standing exchanges with Njokuani, then he should be able to find that takedown and then eventually get that finish or just, you know, ride him out for 3 rounds.
And that is what it is like, I don't think Njokuani is he's just older, bro. And like being older, he's slowed down a little bit. He is the better striker. It's going to be tough for Jake Matthews to get in there. Jake Matthews is a great striker in his own right, but he is the better grappler.
He's slightly.
I think
he's a bigger dog as well. That might be his demise though, because he might try to stay in. He's a guy that likes to go lick for lick. He doesn't like.
He does. And if Jake Matthews can get out of his own fucking way and not get into his fucking ego and decide that he's gonna fucking go hand for hand with fucking Njokuani or Chidi, whatever the fuck you want to call him, whatever. You know what I mean? If he doesn't do that in the first round, especially, right? He may be able to do that in the second and the third round. Don't fuck with him in the first round. Leave him alone. Yep. Let him do what he does. Second, third round, you decide you want to go lick for lick. Maybe that's okay with you, Jake Matthews. But what you need to do is maintain, you know what I mean, shoot when you can, throw a punch when you can, and get to that second and third round, and that's when you win, in my opinion. That being said, I do believe that Jake Matthews can win this one. Jake Matthews is a dog in this one, and I believe this dog is getting ready to bark, baby.
I disagree. I have to go with Chidi Njokuani. I mean, the guy has 15 knockouts. He's
True.
Not an easy guy to get in on. This is not his first wrestler or, you know what I mean, ground guy he's going to be faced with. He knows how to get these guys. I think Cam kind of undershot him with his defensive takedown. He has actually really good defensive takedown. I mean, he's a big guy, right? So anybody that sprawls out with a big guy, that's a lot of weight coming on top of you.
Yeah.
He's a longer guy, a much bigger guy. I mean, no, I wouldn't put it past Jake. I mean, he has 5 wins by KO, 8 by submission. But if he wins this, it's going to be a third rounder for him, and it's just going to be surviving those first two rounds of onslaught from Chidi, because he's explosive for a heavyweight. He's explosive. You know,
But
He's a welterweight.
or welter, I'm sorry. He's explosive for being the bigger fighter.
Right, but he's fucking slow. Like there's not a lot of volume out of Chidi. You're not going to see a lot of volume, and you're going to see the volume not only not be super heavy in the first round, it's literally going to go exponentially down from the second and third round. Like you're just going to see this bad slope.
It'll be a test of Matthew's chin, of whether he could stand up and withstand.
True shit. I completely agree with that. Absolutely.
That's really what it is if Matthews can just dog it out, you know, on the feet when they do have those exchanges and just, you know, find a way to chain wrestle, even if, you know, Njokuani does have that good takedown defense, you know, it's it's getting back up time and time over again that, you know, I start to see maybe if Matthews is able to execute that early on, then later on it won't even matter if Njokuani, you know, is, you know, throwing anything at him at that point. He'll just be too tired. And I think that's the problem with Njokuani. He's one of those dudes that he has that in-between curse right now. He's too big for 170, so he ends up having to deplete himself, and I believe that plays a big part in the gas tank, you know. But
There's
then
no
he's
way he
kind
can be
of,
at 185.
but he's kind of undersized at 185, you know, and then it would possibly just make him slower, carrying more weight, you know,
Absolutely.
and fuck with the gas tank even on the flip side. So
And he still is, the gas tank is kind
I
of.
respect both picks though, because like I said, it's really about who can get their game plan going before the other, and you know how effective they are with it, you know, early on. I think it'll dictate the fight if it doesn't end at that point. All right, folks. Moving on to another welterweight bout, we have Chris Curtis going up against Max Griffin. We got Curtis coming in 5-4 with 1 no contest in the UFC, 31-12 with 1 no contest overall, and 1-3 with 1 no contest in their last 5 fights. We got Griffin coming in. They are 8-9 in the UFC, 20-11 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5. My pick in this one's going to be with Curtis by either decision or KO. They're going to be the slightly younger of the two fighters and smaller in stature. A striker primarily, a decision fighter that has power. So, you know, if the finish presents himself or if he catches you clean, he can put you out. But for the most part, you know, he trains with Sean Strickland. Those guys are heavy about volume and stuff like that. And so really they just step forward and they just kind of try to outdog you and tire you out by just basically making you throw yourself out. He should have the edge in the power, but outside of that, I think that Griffin will be the cleaner of the two strikers. Curtis is durable with a good gas tank. And just needs to close the distance and land those power shots inside. But it's just a matter of if he can get inside. So Griffin's going to be the slightly older of the two by 2 years, bigger, and a striker primarily in his own right. He has a lot of decisions under his belt and power in his hands as well. I mean, he's durable, but I've noticed, you know, that he can fade as the fight goes on. He needs to just stay at distance and point fight with Curtis. You know, just look to find the win. You know, overwhelm him with some volume, and avoid getting into the pocket with Curtis. Because, like I said, Curtis does have hands, and he's gonna try and stay in your face. So he just needs to go ahead and just keep the distance, whereas Curtis needs to close the distance.
I like your breakdown. I went with Max Griffin. I personally think the opposite. Max Griffin's been knocked down 1 time in the last 30 fights. Dude's got an iron chin, and I think he's going to try to stand with Curtis. I think Curtis overall has the better takedown. He has the better ground, but I think Max Griffin's bread and butter is going to be standing up and striking. And I think Curtis, because he's explosive, he's not a walkthrough by any means. I personally think Max Griffin has the better power. More power, the higher power. No, I'm sorry. He carries the higher power in the punches, but I don't think for the chin-wise taking more punishment, I think that'll be Max Griffin. So if Curtis doesn't take him to the ground and try to finish this on the ground, this is going to be Max Griffin's. He'll be Max Griffin's world.
Okay, for sure. Who you got?
That's one way to think of it, but I think that's bullshit. Chris Curtis is definitely going to fucking win this fucking fight. He's got the higher fight IQ. He's been in the UFC much longer. Do I think that Max Griffin does have the slightly higher power level? Yeah, I do believe that. But Chris Curtis is a way better wrestler than Max Griffin. And I'm sorry, I'm always going to lean towards the wrestlers. Wrestlers are always going to make shit happen. That being said, Chris Curtis for the win. That's what's going to happen. I called it. You heard it here first.
Alrighty. moving on, y'all, to the main card curtain jerker of the night.
Meat curtain jerker?
I hope not.
Whoa,
I
whoa.
mean, gonna be some human bodies, involved, but hopefully, no meat throwing outside of fists. Anyway, you made that super awkward, but we're gonna move past it.
Speaking of tub of fat meat, Junior Toffa here coming in with a minus 166. I think Tuco Tokos has this. I think he's the tougher fighter. Definitely has a gas tank. Toffa, he has a good chin, but he doesn't do anything past the 45 seconds. He's usually huffing and puffing, and I don't think he has. I don't think this is easy. I mean, it's pretty freaking, pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty cut and dry, you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so light heavyweight bout. I'd want to say that Toffa is 2-3 in the UFC, 6-3 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. Tokos is 0-2 in the UFC, 10-5 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Tokos in this one by decision or sub. They'll be the older of the two by 7 years, slightly taller with a longer reach. He's well-rounded, but he leans into the striking, and he should mix it up, due to Toffa's lack of any real MMA. Toffa is just a boxer, and his brother's in MMA, so he just tailed his brother over here and just felt like my brother knocks fools out, but his brother's in the heavyweight division where it's easier to kind of just be a knockout artist, whereas in the light heavyweight division, dudes are a lot more dangerous and have a lot more in their arsenal. I think Tokos has faced some, pretty tough competition. I know once he came in on short notice and then came in and faced a top prospect, Navajo Sterling, was a dog in that fight and had his moments, but, ultimately, Sterling was able to hold on for the victory. As long as he's able to stay out of the pocket with Toffa, he pretty much should win this fight. He should move around the cage, point fight, possibly get him to the ground if he can, control him, or find the submission if it presents itself. Toffa's going to be the younger of the two, slightly shorter and less rangy, but like I said, he'll have the edge in striking, just given his boxing base. Has power, he's tough, but he's one-dimensional, and he's moving down. He's actually, no, my apologies. That's a different fight. So yeah, anyways, he just needs to get close and land these power shots.
You might be correct. You actually might be correct. He might, Junior Toffa might have moved down because I'm not sure if you remember that weird point where Junior jumped in for Justin and Justin jumped in for Junior and they kind of switched weight classes and they did all this shit. And so I got to give both of the Toffa brothers that kind of love because they are absolute fucking warriors. They're warriors, right? But that being said, they're warriors that get fucking knocked on their asses quite a bit. That being said, I can't believe that a Junior Toffa is gonna win. Yes, they're KO artists, and like you said, they're one-dimensional. Their hands stay away from their goddamn hands. If you can do that, you can win the game. You know what I mean? That's literally, and we're not talking about boxing, right? It'd be weird if I was talking about a light heavyweight or a heavyweight boxing match. Stay away from their hands. Mm-hmm. Obviously, boom, you're gonna fucking die. But we're talking about UFC, dude. There's a whole other slew of things that you can lose to in this game, and that's why I've got to believe, in my opinion, this is one of the best picks of this card because Toffa's are just hands. They don't have crazy takedown defense. They're not crazy. They don't take people down crazy. They're not BJJ. They're not wrestlers. They're literally out here to punch your fucking lights out. Can you duck a goddamn hook? Good. You'll be all right. So, that being said, why can't he win. You know what I mean?
So yeah, what I was saying was correct. He is moving down from heavyweight, so he's gonna be cutting like fucking 30, upwards to 36 pounds
Because
from
he
his
took
last
that,
fight.
that switch fight, right?
Nah, this was just a fight against another cat. I think the switch fight you're talking about may have been his fight against Walter Walker.
And maybe that's why he was already up at that weight, and so he fought another fight at that weight.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, right?
Yeah, well, he's 0-2, so literally, or he's 1-1.
Out of that weight
Or no,
class.
he's 2-3 in the years. Anyways, he's moving down from he's moving down from heavyweight, so that's concerning. But like Cash Cole said, he does appear to be in good shape. So hopefully, maybe that translate. Maybe that makes him a little more elusive. Maybe it gives him just a little bit more stamina. We'll have to see. But I am going with Tuco Tokos. That's the homie. So shouts out to him and Brendan All In Allen. And yeah, moving on.
Yeah, shaped like a pear.
Moving on to a heavyweight bout. We have Victor Petrino going up against Austin Lane. We got Petrino coming in 4-2 in the UFC, 11-2 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Lane coming in. They are 1-3 with 1 no contest in the UFC, 13-6 with that 1 no contest overall, and 1-3 with that 1 no contest in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Petrino in this one by KO solely. I just don't see this fight going to decision either way, even if Lane was to win. I just don't see a world where this fight makes it to the bell in the 3rd round. We got Petrino coming in. They're going to be the younger and smaller of the two. Power striker. He needs to just get in close and touch Lane's chin once or twice, and really this should be a quick night for him at the office. He'll just need to practice better defense and IQ to avoid getting caught. I feel like in the light heavyweight division, he was coasting off of power for a long time there, and then actually ran into some good guys who could not only withstand the storm, but then also, kind of take advantage and exploit some of his weaknesses. This guy lost to Anthony Smith at the end of Anthony Smith's run. And then he got knocked out, I believe, by Dustin Jacoby, cold, So I think that he's moving up to this weight as a way to find slower paced competition that he can just throw bombs with. So I think that that's pretty much what his game plan is coming in, is to just, march forward and, blast fucking Austin Lane as hard as he can. Austin Lane's going to be the older of the two fighters by 10 years, significantly bigger, because he's a true heavyweight, and this will be Petrino's first go at the division. I did see the weigh-in. Petrino is fucking big, but Austin Lane, you can just tell he's big and tall. So you can just tell that, Petrino's going to have to get inside to make anything happen. He should be he should be better, Austin Lane, because he is a very good, he's an athlete at the end of the day, but his chin's just been compromised. And I think that that's what everybody knows, is that friggin' his chin's compromised, and really his best route to victory would be to try to get this to the ground. Now, I'm not saying that he'll have the edge there, because Petrino is, got some ground game, but Austin Lane, he can't take chances going blow for blow with Petrino, and so unless he can just work the cage, stay outside, and just point fight Petrino, he probably should try and take him down and just lay on him for 3 rounds and just get the victory. He can't afford to take another fucking bomb to the chin. He probably not only will get put out, but then possibly be put out of the organization as well.
His ass sees the mat an awful lot. I'm going to go with Victor Petrino. I agree with Cam. He's got the better power. He's a better striker. Austin Lane has been hit a lot, and his ass has been on the ground a lot. One thing I have to give to him, though, it reminds me of one of those slap tournaments, you know what I mean? Where you see you get the shit smacked out of him, he hits the fucking ground, and he pops back up, ready for a fight, you know what I mean? It kind of reminds me of. I don't see. I don't see a whole lot of victories, if any at all, for this dude to beat Petrino. I don't see Austin laying on the ground. I don't see him standing up. And if he's on the ground, he's fucking sleeping.
Victor Petrino looks a goddamn bodybuilder. He's a fucking monster. Like he's the Hulk in fucking like human form. You know what I mean? He just like, but not like Bruce Banner, but like actual fucking beast. You know what I mean? On like some Jake Cutler type shit. Like he's going to beat the fuck out of Austin Lane. Austin Lane is lengthier. Austin Lane is taller. Who gives a fuck? He's getting ready to Mike Tyson this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Beat the shit out of him just with raw power because he's built for this weight class versus Austin Lang, who's just too goddamn lengthy for this weight class. And that being said, that's how he's gonna fucking win. That's how I'm gonna fucking call it. There was, I think, Chad, I wanted to answer. There's a rumor that the Taporia brothers will fight Wellmaker in UFC 320. That's a fucking banger.
So yeah, he's talking about Alexandre Alexander Taporia, the brother who actually just made their debut not too long ago. Him and Matthew Wellmaker will be a fucking banger for sure. That's going to be nasty work for, I guess that would be the Noche card, I think. No. 320 actually doesn't have any bouts arranged for it. So yeah, if this is a rumored bout, that is a great bout to have on that card. So yeah, definitely. Shouts out Manu Fernandez in the chat. Much love to you. Cash Cole, you were talking about the UFC White House card potentially taking place next year. We will get to that. We'll get to that later on in the show. So, you know, we'll check back in with that.
Spilling the beans, bro.
Let's move on to the next fight on the card. We have a featherweight bout between Nate Landwehr going up against Morgan Shahryar. We got Landwehr coming in 5-4 in the UFC, 18-6 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Shahryar coming in. They are 2-2 in the UFC, 20-11 with 1 draw overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 bouts. My pick's going to be with Shahryar in this one by either decision or KO. They're going to be the younger and slightly smaller of the 2 fighters. A technical striker that can get scrappy if necessary, but I feel like that's kind of been the detriment to his career thus far in the UFC. He could get away with that type of shit on the French circuit. I don't think you can really get away with that shit here at the UFC level. So my advice to him, you know, in true French fighter fashion, he just needs to keep this fight clean and at distance, you know, just get his points in and hopefully let the finish present itself. He needs to avoid letting Landwehr stick around and make it messy. He can't let Landwehr get in his face. He can't let Landwehr put him up against the cage. He can't let him take him down. Like, he truly just needs to, you know, make this a point fight and a technical fight. Landwehr is going to be the older of the 2x8 years. Slightly bigger and a scrappy fighter in his own regard. And like I said, he just needs to make the fight messy, keep it close, you know, dirty box, things like that, possibly get Shahryar to the ground, and draw the fight out because Shahryar does have a tendency to fade as the fight goes on, especially if he's having to, you know, contest grappling and shit like that throughout the bout.
Fighter.
Yeah, and that's why he can get drawn into brawls easily because at a certain point, you know, I'll give him that. He has the hunger to win, but his fight IQ tends to start to wane a little bit when, you know, when he's not able to get his offense off early and control the fight.
Absolutely. I went with Nate Landwehr. I feel like he's been battle tested. Morgan's coming up from that French circuit, like you said. Although he's had great success, he keeps his head off of zero. He's more explosive. He's a better striker. I mean, as far as kick heavy, but I think Nate Landwehr is a bigger dog in this fight, and he knows how to get this done. Morgan Charrier, I don't think has the experience to where when he hits these plateaus and some of these fights, and he doesn't know how to figure out another route. To be a little bit more strategic. And I think Nate Landwehr, even though you can't base him off his last fight, though it was a win, it wasn't the prettiest of wins, I still think he's got something in the bag to show us. I mean, he's still making his comeback, I feel. And I see him taking this overall.
Okay, for sure.
What we say, Ray?
I'm going to say that fucking Nate Landwehr, Landwehr.
That took a second. I was fire. That was actually like a bar. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was actually a bar, my nigga. That shit was kind of hard. But I did not know what the fuck you were saying for like the first 3 seconds.
Hey, bro.
That shit was hard though. That shit was hard. But who you got?
Not Nate Landwehr.
Obviously.
You're gonna take cream cheese, Mr. Creepy, Mr. French Kiss.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. You know what I mean?
Charrier?
It would have been so
Mr.
easy.
Pink Hair?
It would have been so much easier to take fucking Nate Landwehr because I could have made so many fucking like World War II jokes or some shit like that. Like you're gonna fold like fucking World War II, or you're gonna fucking like send us a like I could have done that shit. You know what I mean? I didn't. You know what I mean? Because I'm out here for the people. I'm out here to help you guys win money. Help you guys fucking pick the best goddamn fucking UFC picks that you can possibly pick. And that's why I pick Charrier. That being said, I'm not even going to tell you why the fuck I picked him.
Because the carpet matches the drapes.
I don't know that, but maybe my co-host does know that.
Hey,
so
man,
that would
Pink
make
Hair.
that would make sense. Hey, bro, no Diddy, bro. It's good. If you know it, you know it, my G. Like I don't even know why you know it. It's cool though.
Hey,
It's solid. You know what I mean?
I've seen some pubic hair get knocked out of them shorts a couple of times in this
That's
fights.
wild as fuck, bro. That you were looking way too hard at the crotch.
Hey, it's pink.
It's good.
It's
as fuck.
pink.
Hey, bro, no.
It is pink. Everything is pink.
Fuck, bro. Not the pubic hairs, bro. That's it.
Hey,
What are we doing?
What is happening?
I don't know.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm not a digging the pink hair. I'm not a fan of it.
For sure.
Pink. I've never seen
You're
pink hair,
betting.
bro. Like I've never seen pink hair
He's
on
had
like
pink hair in his last fights.
crotch in the crotch area.
in
You
the
said
hair.
he got knocked his pink hair out. Like and
No, I said you were picking him because the carpet matched the drapes.
Oh, okay. But the
what I was
the
saying.
drapes are the fucking hair, bro, and so the carpet has to be pink as well. If it's pink all the way down, like what are we talking about now?
Pass the mic.
Here you go, my G.
Pass the mic, y'all. Anyway, we moving on to the featured bout of the evening. Real quick, Cash Cole said he lying about the pink hair. You know Darren likes that shit.
I do like pink. It's not on a man. Thank
hair,
you.
bro.
Oh
You
man.
like the pink
not
hair?
a man.
Oh, this man
right.
looking like a what's that? O'Malley. You want some O'Malley shit, my G?
All right, so moving on, bruh, to the featured bout of the night in the featherweight division. We got Calvin Kattar going up against Steve Garcia. We got Kattar coming in 7-7 in the UFC, 23-9 overall, and 1-4 in their last 5 fights. We got Garcia coming in 6-2 in the UFC, 17-5 overall, and they're currently riding a 5-fight win streak. My pick's going to be with Garcia in this one by decision or KO. They're going to be the younger and slightly bigger of the two. A power striker with some technique. He's not just trying to throw bombs. Like he does try to, like be measured in his approach, but it just looks so violent that you think that this dude's just gonna come in and just start trying to take people's heads off. He needs to just get in close, and not let Kattar dictate the distance or the pace. Because once you start getting behind that, once Kattar starts getting behind his jab and finds that distance and you just can't find a way fucking from around it, Cater has no problem punching your head off for 15 minutes. He doesn't mind going to decision. He doesn't, he has KOs under his belt, but that's because they usually present themselves because he's literally fucking rock and socked your fucking dome the entire fight. So you got Cater coming in, older of the two by 4 years, slightly smaller. A technical striker for sure. He's gonna try and keep this fight very clean. He doesn't like he's been in some wars, but it's not. They've just been very good boxing matches, not just brawls where people are winging punches and shit. But one thing I will say is he doesn't have much of a ground game. Steve Garcia, doesn't necessarily have a ground game either. But I feel like Cater literally he has nothing to offer once his back hits the ground. So he just needs to keep this a distance in an open space. He can't let Garcia put him up against the cage at all. Work that jab and just not take, as much power shots to the head as he possibly can.
Can I see some more of those Steve Garcia fucking jabs?
I'm not entertaining this shit. I don't even know how I threw him, dog, so it's obvious them shits are gonna look crazy on the playback, but it's all right.
Just a couple more.
I'm good. Go ahead. Y'all got picks?
Come on, Ray. You want me to take it?
Damn.
So, I know I was watching. Your hands were going everywhere. I'm like, this man's gonna finish a combo.
You were on some fucking Ultra Instinct fucking was that one Killer
You were in
Instinct
the fight,
fucking combo shit
Nah, man.
My bad.
My bad. To knock a nigga out on camera.
I'm sorry, dog. Bruh.
So, I'd have to go with, I'm taking Calvin Cater. I think he's going to have the tighter boxing. For me, what changes this is Steve Garcia. He has the heavier hands. And you're going to see that when he starts landing these big, powerful shots, he gets excited. He likes to go for the finish. Calvin Cater has way more experience in those longer fights with the boxing. You are right. You put him on his back, he does have a hard time figuring out what he's doing. But let me just say one thing. Only one of these guys have been dropped in the first round. And it's not Calvin Cater.
And
that's a bar.
Hey, you
That is
watch
a bar.
out. Cameron owes you one, dog.
I know he does, bro. Fucking hit me right in the grill at some point when I'm just throwing down a crazy little breakdown, oh yeah, fucking.
You're gonna be flushing the toilet. He's gonna catch you sleeping.
Y'all made me insecure to throw punches now.
Oh, my bad, dog. Come on, bro.
You were really there though.
You were in it though, bro.
You were like,
you was gonna do it. Hey, all right. Let me go ahead. Let me tell the chat. Let me tell the world. I've seen this man on video. Fucking K. Fucking 4 men. The last dude he didn't fucking K.
No, you didn't.
But yeah, I did. I seen it.
No, you didn't, bro. Because I've never seen that video. It was highly altered.
Bullshit. I seen
it. I got the last piece of it.
I did see it though. I seen it.
Nah, you didn't see that.
Whatever, man. I seen that shit. Whatever. Anyway.
I seen it.
You don't want to fucking big up himself. I get it. It's fine. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell him that I taught him everything he knows. So, boom. Also, me. Don't fuck with me.
You taught me what I just did?
No, I didn't teach you that shit. No.
You sure you didn't teach me that?
No, I gave you the power, bro.
I'm pretty sure I remember once upon a time you showed me that exact combination, bro.
Hey, bro, I gotta say something. Even Stevie Wonder would have been like, ooh.
God damn.
You would have seen them all coming, dog.
Damn.
You would have been on bullet time, bro. That's how slow them shits would be.
You shit's wild, bro. You guys are wild for that shit.
Who said? Cam getting cooked. Yes, I am. Do you guys got any picks, by chance?
Bro, I forgot. Oh, we're on Qatar, right? Like, all
Getting
right.
cooked live.
Bet Calvin Qatar beats fucking Garcia. Qatar's a dog. Oh, this is a live dog alert. Boom, he's gonna win. Beating Garcia. We can go ahead and move on to the fact that Cameron's fucking jabs are hilarious, bro.
Yeah, moving on for sure.
That first one would have hurt somebody. That first one would have hurt somebody, dog. Someone's going to sleep.
Bro, all he's got is the first one. It's like that first boom, and then like if that don't happen, bro, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
Like, because that next 2 or 3.
Cam jab like my cat.
Damn. Hey, cats are fast,
man.
bro. Hey, cats are fast, G.
I hope
bro.
that's what he meant by it.
Yeah,
For
cats
sure.
are mad fast, G.
Hey, don't get caught sleeping staring at the fro, dog.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
get caught sleeping staring at the fro.
I'm trying. I got to clean this fucking shit up. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, y'all.
People wish they could grow a head of hair like that.
Somebody said I'm wearing a hairpiece, man. So, like in one of our old videos, a nigga said I was holding up. Oh no, you didn't need to grab my hair.
My bad.
That was
Okay, that was out of
crazy.
You gonna punch him and grab his hair?
Yo,
bad, G.
God damn. Anyway,
It's real though.
Keep them hands to themselves.
moving on to the co-main event of the evening in the welterweight division. We got Stephen Thompson going up against Gabriel Bonfim. We got Thompson coming in. They are 12-8 with one draw in the UFC, 17-8 with that one draw overall, and 1-4 in their last 5 fights. We got Bonfim coming in. They are 4-1 in the UFC, 17-1 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. My pick's going to be with Bonfim in this one by either decision or sub. They're going to be the younger and slightly taller of the two, less rangy in reach, but definitely they'll have the edge in the grappling, and that probably is what their game plan is going to be based around primarily. Their striking needs work. You know, it's not to say that they won't be able to necessarily defend themselves on the feet. It's just that against Stephen Thompson, you're not trying to get into any long, standing exchanges with them. You definitely can get caught, and, so he needs to get this fight to the ground as early as possible. But the problem is, same with what I mentioned with Eduardo Mora, once they do get them to the ground, they need to manage their energy, and they just need to avoid getting caught when trying to, gain entry for a takedown. Once they're not able to get their grappling going, they somewhat become one-dimensional. So, you could potentially see him laying and praying for the rest of the night and Thompson just kind of stuffing takedowns as the fight goes on, and or, just like getting them stuffed and shit. Thompson's going to be the older of the two by 15 years, and that, I think, is probably the biggest determining factor on why I had to go with Bonfim. Fucking Thompson, 15-year age difference, slightly shorter with the longer reach of the two, a karate base that can, definitely be a little old school than you would like for this current era of MMA.
Karate.
But it also still is unorthodox enough to where if you're not fucking, playing it, clean, you could get caught. So he'll have the advantage in the striking. He has decent takedown defense early on, but if Bonfim's able to chain those takedowns together and just kind of keep Thompson, having to get up over the course of the fight, then once he gets to the ground, he doesn't have much to offer. So he's going to need to keep this standing and at distance and hope to, just clip Bonfim with something. Another fight that I don't necessarily see going to the cards. If it did, then I would say that it probably leans heavily in the favor of Thompson at that point. But I'm going to be going with Bonfim by
I'm going with
submission.
Gabriel Bonfim against goddamn fucking the Karate Kid. fucking Stephen Thompson, fucking there's no Mr. Miyagi at this point, bro. You are Mr. Miyagi. You are the old fucking guy. You're fucking 15 years older than the other dude that you're getting ready to fight. What are we talking about? And in addition to this, Cash Cole has told me that there's a rumor that fucking Stephen Thompson has fucking staph infection.
Steven, this name is not Steph Curry.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah,
Steven
staph. Everybody knows what the fuck I'm saying, okay? We're talking about staph infection, bro. He has that, so he might
Staph
not
infection Thompson? That is
Staph
my name?
infection Thompson might not even fucking fight, to be honest with you. So that being said, Gabriel Bumpy will just win this shit by just fucking push, or he just whips his fucking ass because this dude, like, I love, like, don't get me wrong, okay? Let's give him his flowers, right? Boom, flowers for you, Wonderboy.
Flowers for
But
what?
because he's been in the game for a minute, and
Because he knows hard body karate?
because he's what was their fucking name of their fucking their shit? Like it was Cobra Kai and what was the other one?
Oh, bro, I forget.
Whatever them dudes
Yeah,
were.
you
right?
and him used to watch those movies. That's some old ass movies, bro.
You're fucking old too, my G. Like, don't get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, you know what I mean? Fucking Daniel-san is not gonna fucking win against goddamn fucking Mr. Cobra Kai, fucking Gabriel Bumping. He's gonna fucking make it happen. This is a comeback fucking season. Gabriel Bumping for the win.
I got Gabriel Bonfim as well. He's a heavier striker. He's got a heavy kicks. The only thing I'm worried about is if this fight goes past a round and a half, Gabriel Bonfim does have a limited gas tank.
Yep.
Because he has a high output of offense. But I see him going to the ground and possibly finishing this on the ground. Stephen Thompson, I think he's more at the end of his career. Like I said, he's got that hard body karate fight style, but it's, you know what I mean. He's walking up against a freaking beast, and I think Bonfim, he's gonna go in there and he's gonna try to hit him with everything he's got. He's not gonna touch him. He's gonna try to, you know what I mean, try to establish dominance and then take him to the ground for a finish.
Yeah.
So I got Bonfim for finish.
Hell yeah. What's up?
Man, please answer this next comment. Like, either give me this or give me that one. Either way. So the question is, who do you want, Poirier or Gaethje in a bar fight? So, I know that Gaethje does go to bars in Denver, Colorado. And I'm not sure if he's ever held his own or he's ever done that shit. Which is a tough one, right? Because we got Poirier, who's Florida man. Florida man is always crazy.
It's not Florida, man. He's from Louisiana, dog.
New Orleans. He trains in Florida.
He's from Louisiana.
Okay, well,
And he was a bouncer in a club before he started fighting UFC. Just so you know.
Okay, but he lives in Florida right now, right? So he's
He
Florida
trains
man.
for.
But if he
trains
lives
in
in Florida,
Probably has a home.
He lives in
Florida,
Louisiana
but
'cause he has a
lives
hot
in
sauce.
Louisiana. Bro, he's literally about to have his last fight in Louisiana.
Okay.
For UFC, the next event.
you guys gonna fight me on this stupid shit. I don't give a fuck. What I want is to let you know that I don't give a fuck about a Florida man or a Louisiana man. You guys could all eat dicks. We're talking about the Colorado native Justin Gaethje. One of the
Gaethje's a Colorado native, my nigga.
Yeah.
He just went to college out here and trains out here, my nigga. I'm just fucking.
Hey.
you motherfuckers are the worst, bro.
On top of that, the way he talks, you think they're gonna let him walk in the bar with the way he slurs his fucking words sober? Come on now.
Bruh, I'm just trying to help you out. You don't want niggas picking you apart fucking
In the chat.
in the
yeah.
chat, my G. Damn, I'm just trying to help you out, my G. Here you go. Finish your point.
Oh yeah, that was okay. Cool shit. Anyway,
That's how y'all want to do it? That's how we doing this?
not Poirier. I'm picking Gaethje. You know what I mean? I had like a whole ass, like real, like from the heart type shit, but like Poirier is actually from Louisiana, but he's fucking in fucking Florida, but he kind of changed it from Louisiana. I don't give a fuck,
It's from the heart. Friggin'
man.
You were saying
Fuck you.
false information from the heart.
No, I wasn't. He trains out of literally.
American Top Team. It's in Florida, but that's where he trains.
Come on,
That's not
my
where he
G.
lives or
What the
resides.
fuck? Let that shit ride then. What are we talking about?
I ain't letting shit ride.
Man, fuck. Oh, because the little punch. The punch that you had. The little,
Hey, if we were gonna be honest about
that
the
what we
jab, we
talking-
had
is
to
that-
be honest about the Poirier info.
Okay, let's be honest about the jab then. You want to better? You want to fix
that.
it? Fix
We
it, bro.
passed that.
Fix
good,
the
bro.
jab,
We
bro.
passed
Fix the
it.
jab. Go ahead.
I
On
accept-
camera, you can fix it right now, bro.
I'm good.
No, you sure you don't want to
I'm
fix that
good.
shit?
No, I'm good.
Okay, G.
You niggas made sure to tell me about it though, right?
Yeah,
Just
you
like
told me. You told me. You're right. You're right. You're
All
right.
right.
Okay, fine.
You finish your point?
Yeah, faux Sachi.
All right.
F.O.
F.O.
Sachi.
Sachi. Bitches. Go ahead.
I'm probably gonna go with I don't know, man.
We already made our picks. We're doing the main event of the evening.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think
We
yeah.
got sidetracked.
Yeah.
A lot of punches getting
Shouts
thrown
out
in.
Manu Fernandez in the chat. So moving on to the main event of the evening. We have a heavyweight bout. We got Derrick Lewis going up against Tallison Teixeira. We got the Black Beast coming in 19-10 in the UFC, 20-12 with 1 no contest overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. We got Teixeira coming in. They are 1-0 in the UFC, a perfect 8-0 overall, and are in a main event. I want to say 1 fight off of their debut in the UFC. So that means that the company's high on them. And I mean, looking at them and the way that he finished his last fight, you would assume that, this one should be one of those like launch pad fights for him. But that's the problem is he's going against Derrick Lewis, and it would be disrespectful for me to consider Derrick Lewis a launch pad. Now, I would say he's kind of at his gatekeeper phase in his career, definitely. The company's using folks to either get a name off of him or, potentially he's able to preserve his career and, squeak out a few more highlight finishes.
I
But
think he's punishment for some people that want to move up fast.
there's that too. I mean, if you want to get put right into the mix, a win over Derrick Lewis will get you there, but you have to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. So we got Teixeira coming in there, significantly younger and bigger than Lewis, a dangerous striker. We haven't even gotten a chance to see their full skill set yet because they just are KOing fools fucking left and right in the first round. He needs to keep this fight at distance and not get into the pocket with Lewis. Not sure what their cardio looks like once again because they've just been making quick work of everyone.
Lewis looks he looks in shape. He looks like he's prepared for a long fight.
Looked focused to it when they faced off against each other. So yeah, I just think like they should just stay patient, and kind of just let the fight, develop, for them. Because they're long, they're tall, they don't need to let Lewis inside. If he is able to get inside, they still can land some nasty inside shit because that's what they did against Justin Taffa in their last fight. But it would just be safer for them in their chin. Lewis is going to be another cat coming in 15 years older than their opponent, significantly smaller, but is just a dangerous one-punch KO artist, that literally can pull that rabbit out the hat at any time in the fight. Teixeira is similar to an opponent that he beat once upon a time, Alexander Volkov, where, the one thing I'll say is this. He did beat Volkov, but it was literally a flash KO in the waning minutes of the 3rd round. He was on his way to losing that fight. He had gotten his ass beat that entire fight and, was just able to get that flash KO. So with that being said, it's not to say that he doesn't have the capability of putting Teixeira on their pockets, but I feel like if Teixeira fights a smart fight, and doesn't, gas out and or, get overzealous even and just start to think that they're going to coast, then he should be able to whoop Derrick Lewis's ass for 5 rounds and or just whoop his ass to the point where he just kind of breaks and presents a opening for a finish. And there's a realm where Tallison Teixeira just comes out super hot and just puts this fool on his pockets really fast. But yeah, like Darren said, Derrick Lewis is literally weighing in at the lightest that he's ever had in his entire career. He looks in shape. He looks focused.
Give that man his white woman.
So definitely, this is gonna be an interesting fight. But I am gonna have to go with Teixeira at the end of the day.
Bro, that's a wild fucking take, bro.
Hey,
That was
bro.
a wild clip. Like
He's all about that Ronda Rousey, bro.
he does love Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, that's all he was worried about. I seen him in a
Absolutely.
interview.
Like-
she asked about me, and he was just like, "No."
If Derrick Lewis wins this fight, let me clear this up, right? Let me make this shit fucking HR appropriate. Ronda Rousey should consider talking to Derrick Lewis. After this fight, if Derrick Lewis wins.
Even though they're both married.
Who gives a fuck about that shit? You know what I mean? Upside down pineapple, baby. Anyway, that being said, fucking Tallison Teixeira is going to beat the fuck out of Derrick Lewis. It's unfortunate because Derrick Lewis is one of the greatest. Like after the fight, fucking people, like just drops bombs, drops hilarious fucking post-fight interviews.
I like how she beat.
Post-fight interviews in the world, bro. Like Derrick Lewis is the best at that shit. You know what I mean? He has my balls were sweaty. He has the
He pulled his fucking shorts off and just waved them around the ring and just like ran around the ring without his shorts on. Shit.
bro. Derrick Lewis is hilarious. I would love for him to win. To be honest with you, I would want him to win, and I'd be okay with losing money on him winning. But that being said, to whatever the fuck is, Teixeira is going to fucking win because he just has far more routes to victory. He's not just a boxer because Derrick Lewis is just a fucking haymaker villain, right? He is fucking Bane in real life, without the fucking performance enhancing drug. That being said, Tallison Teixeira wins because he has far more routes to victory. He beats fucking Derrick Lewis, and it's unfortunate because I would rather hear Derrick Lewis say his balls are sweaty, or he wants to talk to Ronda Rousey, or he wants to put his sweaty balls on Ronda Rousey. However he wants to do it. That's what I would love to hear versus Tallison Teixeira go, I'm just ready to move up the fucking heavyweight division because it's time for that. And sound like fucking Shaq. No one wants to hear fucking Shaq, okay?
I feel like that's how it was gonna sound too. That's fucking funny as fuck,
Like
man.
Shannon Sharp. I don't need to be
fucking
talking about
dead.
the boys.
Oh, dead, bruh. That's funny as hell. Who you got, my guy?
I'm call me old school, but I'm going with Derrick Lewis. After seeing him in the weigh-ins, he looks like he's came for a long fight, and he looks like he's serious. In the past, we've seen him take some big shots and kind of topple over at times. I think that had a lot to do with the shape and size of him at the time. For some reason, he's dropped weight and taken this fight serious. I have a feeling he's going to be in there trying to get the damage in. Though Tallison Teixeira has a good hand speed and power, he has been doing some jiu-jitsu. I was listening to one of his camps. Derrick has been doing a lot of wrestling over the past 4 or 5 years. I just think Derrick Lewis is coming in to put more volume on. That's why his body weight, his body mass is down. I think he's coming to give a fight. You know what I mean? Whenever you're in shape like that, you're coming for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That face-off made me want to almost like hit up the tracker and be like, "Hey, I'm changing my pickup," and then come here today and be like, "I'm going with Derrick Lewis." But it's just too much, man. I just see too much for him to overcome, and he just. I don't know. Sometimes his mindset is a little iffy sometimes too. Sometimes he be coming in, the moment either gets to him or he just ain't quite as motivated as we had hoped he was, and just shit like that. But he looks focused, he looks ready, and I ain't gonna be mad if he wins. You know, he's one of these fighters on this card where I'm like, hey, if you win, like, salute. You know, much love.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, so that's the card, y'all. Friggin', we hope that y'all, you know, have been able to take our analysis and formulate your own opinions and, you know, formulate your own list of picks. Real quick in the chat, we got
Shout out to the chat, yo.
Cash Cole, Lewis by KO. Cash Cole just wanted to let you know Gaethje lives in Denver, you know, but Manu Fernandez need to let you know too that he's from Arizona originally, you know, but he just went to college out here and currently trains out here.
nigga. Like, so I'm
Right
talking
now.
about a dude that lives in Denver, bro. Like, I don't know why you guys had to get at me on that. You know what I mean?
I think it was more with the Poirier.
Real quick, Moreno versus Royval 5-round main event. So this would be their third time meeting if that ends up happening again. And I don't, you know, like that's gonna be a nasty fight because first fight, Royval dislocates his shoulder in a grappling exchange. Second fight, you know, basically edges out Moreno in a 5-rounder in Mexico City. You know, so that was fire.
That was a questionable one.
It was questionable, but I went away. I left that fight thinking he won. I did think that. But yeah, I mean, third fight. I mean, shit. Royval just set a record for strikes thrown with Joshua Van. He's a dog. Moreno, dog, has high volume too. I don't really know who to go with that one. I'm gonna have to wait until that one creeps closer.
Fuck that shit. Royval for the win. My young Denver native. We're gonna fucking make it happen. Love it, my man. He makes it happen, bro. It's gonna fucking happen. Like, they can dog it out all they want. No disrespect to fucking Brandon Moreno, but he's not Brandon Royval.
No, he's not Brandon Royval. That's why he's held the belt as many times as he has. That's why he brings this championship caliber pedigree to each fight that he has, and nothing's a walkover. So personally, I think Brandon Moreno is going to finish this fight because letting it go to the decision, another round, I think he would have had it in the last fight. I don't think he was ready to quit. I think Brandon Moreno's the bigger dog, but championship pedigree, that man doesn't know how to give up.
Sorry, my dog. Sorry. Like, I was not. No. You're good. You're good, bro. I did not like the fact. Like, oh, whatever, bro. Like,
I was just going off of what you left.
You right, bro. Brandon Moreno, bro. You got to come on, bro. Talk MMA, because I'm telling you, I'm on your side. You're gonna fucking win, or not, Brandon Moreno. Sorry, Brandon Royval.
But you were right. You spoke the truth the first time, bro.
Shut up, man. Fuck that shit, bro.
Yo, okay, another question real fast. Diego or Jean Silva for main event in Noche?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Jean Silva. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. And maybe it's hype. I don't know. But Diego really is just, I'm throwing punches until I fall down or until you fall down. And he has grappling and stuff like that.
I go Silva.
That last fight with Volkanovski, bro, there's only so far, you know, just being a fucking dog can take you. You know, when you start going up against guys that have real fucking skill and real technique, championship fucking metal, like, you know, you got to start, you know, really figuring out game plans, not just going in there and hoping that your talent fucking takes you over the top.
100%. Because Diego Lopez isn't going to be a guy you're going to be able to go in there and finish easily. Like, he stood rounds with Volkanovski. I mean, one of the hardest hitters in that division. And, I mean, that guy still looked like he was ready for more. Like, he didn't look like he was tired. I think a gas tank like that, and then he's a hard hitter. I think he gets under. I think he's underrated for his striking. I think and his durability. He's super durable.
Real quick, is Volkanovski done? Because I haven't seen him coming up on any of the new cards.
No, Topuria, they asked Topuria if he wanted to go down and challenge for that belt, and he said he didn't because he didn't want to do that to Volk. So that gives me the impression that he's still active. And honestly, I think Volk's going to take that belt again, rightfully.
Well, no, Volk already has the belt. He won it when it was vacated. against Diego Lopez.
Right.
And I think it's just
He
going to
hasn't
be.
defended it yet,
It's
has
going
he?
to no, he hasn't defended it, but I think it's just the beginning of his second run. I don't
sure.
think that there's anyone who can fuck with him in the division outside of Topuria putting him on his pockets like that. And really, it was more so a sequence of events, I think, that led to Volkanovski losing that title in terms of like taking fights on short notice against fucking Islam Makhachev and shit like that, turning around too fast after having his fucking head kicked off of his fucking shoulders to then get fucking planted again by fucking Topuria. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just it was bad decision making. It wasn't necessarily a lack of
Immortalized
skills.
himself by taking that knockout.
Yeah.
He didn't take it, but I think it coming back. These fighters that take these harsh knockouts, I don't think they come back in with the same grit. You know what I mean? When they start getting in that phone booth, they remember that, hey, I can be knocked out. And
Yep.
sometimes you got to step back and reciprocate. You know what I mean? And redirect your strategy of how you're going to win this, because a lot of the times, if you've been knocked out, especially like that with a head kick, that was an ugly freaking knockout.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised when every time somebody doesn't throw a kick, he's not like this.
Yeah, nah, real shit. Okay, real quick, y'all, to get back. What's up?
Ask somebody what the fuck these crowns mean on fucking
Dog, I'm gonna have to look that up at another time because
ask the chat.
I don't think they know. If you know what the crown means next to your name, feel free to comment. But one of the questions I want to get back to was the question about the White House card, y'all.
Yep.
What are our feelings? What are our thoughts? Who do we think is going to be there? I'll start by saying, okay, the rumor is a 2026 event going down at the White House. Right now, you got John Jones saying that he's there. Like, he heard the events happening, and he's going to be training, and he doesn't give a fuck who he's facing. He just wants to be a part of that event and represent America. And then just last night, actually, during the BKFC press conference that was going on, Conor McGregor said that he sees himself going to the White House here
Oh
pretty
my
soon.
God.
So, you know, I don't know. That's pretty wild that
Cassius Cole, you got a Woody? You hear what you want to hear right now?
he just said maybe Conor versus Mike Chandler in the chat, Colby versus Kevin Holland, Jones versus Aspinall. I mean, and literally, those are all cats who fucking like have shown their love for Trump, and shit like that. They would all fit perfectly on that card. I mean, you can't make it much better than Jones versus Aspinall at the White House celebrating the 250th anniversary of like America or some shit like that, and fucking, literally fucking 1776 in the fucking cage. Like, that's wild.
America.
So,
I think if they made this any if they could make this any better, I think it'd be awesome for everybody to be fighting for, like, not each country, but kind of like, you know what I mean? Seem to represent who's got the baddest guys from the U.S., from the U.K.
Yeah, I would almost look at this as most likely becoming like a U.S. versus the world type card.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally going to be a U.S. fighter on every single bout going up against somebody from, another country.
It should be brackets, you know what I mean? Should be brackets, and as the brackets break down and people lose, the people that they're training with, the team members are still there, you know what I mean? Still America versus...
I think this will be the biggest event UFC's ever thrown since the Sphere. It'll end up being one of those type Jones.
What it'll actually be will be U.S. versus Britain.
Or versus I don't think they got enough British fighters like that.
What are you talking about? Like, there's fucking ton of people. Like,
not any noteworthy names that deserve to be fighting on a card that high.
Like, when we talk about the first...
You got Patty and Tom Aspinall. That's it. Maybe Mick Parkin you could throw in there. But Molly, she ain't fucking nobody you want to throw up in there. Nope. Leon Edwards is boring as hell. Friggin'. And then after that, you got like Nathaniel Wood and fucking Jake Hadley. Yeah, I don't know, Allen. A bunch of just like,
You're crazy. I'm gonna tell you why you're crazy, because you also have what's that? The dude, the young cat that was training with Conor McGregor. Again, I think it's going to be a British versus there's a lot of British fighters, bro. Ian
The
Gary,
niggas is Irish.
but still, that's fucking Britain. That's literally the UK. That's their whole shit, right? Like,
Nigga, we didn't-
even Conor McGregor is, fucking Irish. He's fucking from Ireland, right?
I mean, I guess technically, but them niggas hate fucking the UK.
So it's
They
going.
celebrated the Queen's death, bruh. They fucking hate the UK.
It doesn't matter. It's going to be Britain versus fucking versus the US. That's what it's going to be turned into. I guarantee it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't believe that I'm wrong, and I think that's gonna fucking happen.
Ghost Gum said, Ireland is not UK, dum dum.
Well, Ghost Gum, you
And
go
this
fuck
is
yourself.
why we try to save you, my nigga. This is why we try to
Yeah.
correct you before these niggas try to come for you in the chat, my nigga.
I don't give a shit about what he said, bro. Like it's really it is part of the UK, bro. Like you guys still spend
don't
British
think so.
pounds? You fucking weirdo. Yeah, of course you do. Of fucking course you do. Like we're talking about the money, right?
No, we're talking about Ireland being part of the UK.
Northern Ireland is UK.
There you go. There you fucking go. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? I know my fucking geography. I know what the fuck's going on.
Okay, bro. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know shit, so I ain't gonna comment. The Republic of Ireland is not the UK. Northern Ireland is. Hey, Ghost Gum, salute to you for
Thank
having
you.
some knowledge.
Thank you, my brother.
To impart. We appreciate you being a part of the chat.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I mean, hey, fucking, I have no comment.
The Republic of Ireland is like fucking the IRA, right? The IRA, right? That's cool though. Like I'm not calling. Yo, that's like you know what I mean? It's a spot, it's a thing, right? Like, I'm not saying nothing bad about it. I'm just saying though, like,
I think it's IRE.
100%.
whatever. I'm not gonna.
Anything else?
I think we're supposed to go
Falsati.
to our
Picks?
no, our parlays.
We're talking about picks or parlays? Yeah.
Parlays.
Parlay God. Lay
Yeah,
it on us,
I am the
bro.
motherfucking parlay god. I'm here. Y'all know what it is. Nostradamus. It's
Fact
fucking
check
the
that,
parlay
yo.
god. Black Nostradamus. Y'all know what it is. I'm gonna give you a 3-pick dog
Who is this three-legged monster?
parlay. Matthews is going to be the first one. Tokos is going to be the second one. And Qatar is going to be the third one. For my 3-legged dog parlay.
Third leg kind of guy.
Third-legged type of guy, you know?
Oh man. Okay.
It's going on a hat.
All right, folks. Well, I'll give you a mines real quick. I'm gonna start with a base parlay. I'm gonna start out with Jake Matthews, Chris Curtis, and Steve Garcia. And then if you want to spice it up, you can throw Teixeira on top of that. If you want to get extra spicy, you can throw Bomb Theme on top of that. And if you want to shit your motherfucking pants on the night, then you got to throw Melissa Martinez in there. Shit, just betting on Melissa Martinez by herself, you got some value there. So that's going to be my parlay picks for the evening.
I'd like to go with Derrick Lewis, Calvin Qatar, Nate Landwehr, and I'll spice it up with Mitch Ramirez at a plus 650. That's my spicy pick, and I believe in that. I believe I'm going to be going home with some money.
Fuck yeah. I feel good about this weekend, y'all. Right on, guys. I feel good about this weekend, y'all. We got Ghost Gum saying, let's go Curtis in the chat. Cash Cole said, yo, Ray, go through that DraftKings history. I think he's trying to say for you talk about that fucking them parlays. Let us know what the track record looks like.
Cash King. Listen here, my boy. As soon as you decide to fucking start putting your goddamn fucking words out here in the fucking world, like, Don't. Just don't do that. Because I've already done it, and I'm fucking great. I'm already fucking great. I'm already the best motherfucker. Like, the last time you watched me, because it's the first time you watched me, it was the last time you watched me. What did I do, Cam?
He won the card, y'all.
That's right. Highest ROI?
Yeah.
That's right.
And you're actually out in front for picks for this year, which would most likely put you ahead in picks for the entirety of the show.
That's right. So I'm not sure why the fuck you would even say anything wild to me, my boy.
He said, we'll see about that.
Oh, go ahead. Look back. Go through. Go through all of the
He
fucking
said,
picks
I got
that
them
I've had.
picks. He got them picks, he said. We need to get Cash Cole on the show, y'all.
100%.
Cash Cole.
This is your invite.
Bring your little butt cheeks over here, bruh.
So,
We can slide them.
no,
13. He's 13.
The comments and views expressed by RayBucks do not directly reflect those of Bros Talk MMA, UTICA, or Darr3nt33d.
Fuck that. Slide your little butt cheeks onto this couch, bro. We'll see what's good,
He said,
baby.
hey, Derek, correction, 14, bruh.
14.
Hey, slide your little butt cheeks up here, my G. See
Wow.
what you, like. Show me some. Show me.
This, what? Y'all got any other comments or questions in the
goddamn
chat?
mic.
Any of y'all got anything to share? Well, not you. You got anything, Darren?
Yeah, I think that for this for the White House fight, I think this is going to be excellent for the sport itself. I'm not sure if it's going to carry on past Trump being in office or whatnot. I think it would be. I'd be awesome. I'd love to see it become something bigger than the UFC, something that's permanent to see, like US versus whoever. But I think trajectory. I think there's a lot of fighters right now that are being, I won't say washed out, but they're being phased out. Dustin Poirier, a lot of these big fighters, and I think this circuit will bring some new talent and some new competition. You know what I mean? Because we got some young, hungry guys coming up. We have some guys that have already been there that hadn't been doing a whole lot, and we got a few people that are still evolving. So I think all these people phasing out, I think we're going to see a big change in names and faces and fighters.
For sure. Yeah, I think you're right about that for sure. What are our thoughts on any early predictions or thoughts on Holloway versus Poirier 3 main event? Possibly Poirier's last fight going down. Next event, UFC 318.
Holloway is a fucking monster, and he's going to fucking do damage to Poirier, in my opinion. If you wanted me to just pick a pick right now, that's who it is. Cause you guys remember that fight where he said, "Watch me, I'm the best boxer in the UFC," and he looked away and punched somebody in the fucking face, bro, and did it more than one time and made that shit happen. So that being said, Holloway is my pick. Poirier, he's not a fucking, he's not a dusty ass dude. You know what I mean? He's not a bad fucking fighter. But do you think that Holloway is not gonna max this dude out? It's crazy to think that he won't.
I'll let you answer.
I don't think that's accurate at all. Last time I seen a prolific boxer stand in front of Max Holloway and point to the center of the ring, he did not go out there to Poirier and go get that, okay? So let's just start there. Poirier, I'd like to say, is a dog fighter. That last fight he had with Benoit Saint Denis, he was getting his ass kicked, and he had to pull deep in his bag to stand flat-footed on his feet and say, you know what? I'm going to give you everything I got. Give me everything you got. I'm going to eat it. And that's exactly what he fucking did. I don't think Max Holloway is going to put out the power. He has the death by 1,000 cuts type of fight. But if he doesn't go to the ground and try to make it competitive on the ground, I don't see him standing up with Poirier for very long.
Sounds good, my boy, but let's talk about Justin Gaethje.
Wait, no, nigga. I didn't even get a chance to talk on this fucking shit.
Yeah.
What does Justin Gaethje got to do with
Yeah.
It's the main event of the next event, my nigga. We're talking about. Anyway, real quick, my thoughts on it are. I'm probably gonna go with Poirier in this one just because he has Holloway's number, and he met him early in their career, met him later at like I would say the peak of the primes of their career, and then they're meeting now at the end of their careers. I would say Holloway, is still got some more fights in him left after this fight. But Poirier, he's saying that this is the last one. They're throwing it in his fucking hometown. Well, not his hometown, but, his home state. And I just feel like he's the more powerful of the two, the true lightweight. And he just lands more impactful shots, whereas Holloway, like you said, Darren, he's a volume striker, and so he's gonna, pat you up for sure. He's gonna fucking pitter patter you, and shit, and like, eventually wear you down to where those punches become more and more effective as the fight goes on. He put Gaethje out, at the end of the fight when they decided to throw caution to the wind and just start winging punches. That doesn't mean that he has, that lightweight power. Okay, so there's another thing here too. When they fought the second time, so when the first time they fought in the featherweight division. Second time they fought, Max Holloway actually came in on short notice as a true featherweight to move up to 155 to fight for the title. Short notice against Poirier. They had a fucking banger, but at the end of it all, Poirier was just landing the harder, more effective shots. Holloway also, you got to take note, just went back down. So he went up to 155, fought Gaethje, moved back down to 145, got fucking put on his ass by fucking Topuria. Now he's coming back up to 155, similar to him coming back up to 155 in their second bout to fight him at lightweight. I just think that can have an effect on the body, and once again, he already doesn't have the power. So, now he is building up a smaller frame to a bigger frame. That's going to have effects on his speed, his cardio, all that. I think he'll have the speed advantage, but also Poirier is still going to be the harder hitter and the dog fighter. I will say this, Max Holloway has only been put out once in his career, whereas Poirier, he's probably had more knockouts over the course of his career, but also more so just grapplers fucking choking his ass out. So like his last fight, he just got choked out. Before that, he got his head kicked off. Choked out, beat Saint Denis, and got his head kicked off before that by Gaethje. So I don't know. I'm going to go with Poirier, though. Yeah, that's my early prediction on that fight.
Yeah, shout out to Max Holloway from jumping up and down through all these weight classes. That's something not to be overlooked. You know what I mean? That's a warrior. You know what I mean? He's willing to put his health on the line because when you're dropping and gaining weight at 10, 15 pounds at a time, I mean, that can't be good on the freaking liver. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Chat agrees. Cash Cole, says that he's switching weight too much. Ghost Gum says that he does think that Max will have the speed advantage over Dustin. So, I think our community here at Bros Talk MMA, we know what the fuck we're talking about, and it's great to share these opinions and ideals with y'all in the chat, and I look forward to this part of it every week. So shout out to y'all. Really appreciate y'all.
Chat.
Cash Cole said that in the last event, Renato Moicano got fraud checked. I don't think I would say fraud checked as much as I just knew he had a ceiling. There was just a ceiling there. He doesn't have the greatest stand-up, and I believe that was really why, Dariush, that's what put Dariush over the top for me in that fight. I think Moicano definitely has some interesting and fun fights ahead of him, but his days of, competing for the title or even being
He
like
has to
in top
evolve a
ranking.
fighter more if he wants to compete with what's going on. He can't just sit on this skill set, what he's been doing.
Yeah, and he's already pretty old, so the chances of him being able to evolve his skill set any further is, going to be slim. But not to say it can't happen.
But look at Benil Dariush. I mean, he was an older guy, and he came in there and got it done on him. I just think, styles make fights, and Moicano, there's too many guys out there that's capable of subduing your skill set and your style of fight.
For sure. Anything else?
Excuse me, sorry. For anything else, it's time to about to fucking close up the show. So please do that, Cam.
All right, folks. Well, this has been another episode of Bros Talk MMA. I'm your host, UTICA, undeniably the illest cat around, a.k.a. Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. Here with my bro host.
Extraordinary. It's RayBuck. It's Chocolate Jordan. It is Mr. Black Nostradamus, Black Jesus, Black motherfucking everything. And I'm here with fucking Guaranteed.
Mr. Guaranteed, Mr. Paper Taker, Mr. Paper Chaser, Mr. We're going to get this money right now.
Every motherfucking day, bitches.
Well, then, with that being said, folks, we wish y'all nothing the best this weekend. Happy betting.
Shout out Gabriel. Love you, son.
Much love to Gabriel.
Big shout out to Gabriel.
Much love to everybody in the chat.
Absolutely.
And until the next time, we out.